Welcome. Today we will be discussing the COVID-19 virus and how it's affecting all of our lives, both negatively and positively, and just what to do, how to manage our fear.
Absolutely, yes.
Me and Farah have looked up some facts from the World Health Organization to share with you, just to ease your fears. So here we go. First and foremost, the COVID-19 is a respiratory illness, if you didn't know.
And so far in the U.S., we have a little over 100,000 known cases.
Yes. And what we need to know is that 82% of people are recovering from the virus. Yay! So definitely more recoveries than deaths.
Yes.
Okay, and another thing is that you probably should stay away from older people because they're more susceptible to it. So that's how us young folk could do our part.
Absolutely. And the one thing that we've seen is that there are so many myths
Yes.
that are being shared on social media. So based on the little research that we did, we found a few myths that you should not be following through with.
We got
So snow or cold weather will not kill the virus. Taking a hot bath won't kill the virus. Okay, it cannot be transmitted through a mosquito bite. Spraying alcohol or chlorine all over your body will not kill the virus, but you can use the alcohol and the chlorine to disinfect surfaces in your homes, okay? All right? And there's no evidence that eating garlic will prevent the virus either. And lastly, people of all ages can contract this virus. So don't think that just because you're on the younger side that you're completely okay and that you won't catch this virus.
All ages and ethnicities, guys. All right, and something interesting that I found out is that if you are a smoker, you might want to go easy during this time because you just don't want to do anything that can weaken your lungs at this time.
So if you've been looking for a time to quit, this might be the perfect time to quit.
Yes, sir. Okay. So here we go. Farah, how has this virus have affected your daily schedule?
Okay, so first and foremost, I'd love to say that I am completely grateful and blessed that I still have a job. I know that there are so many people out there who've already lost their jobs. So I'm completely grateful that I still have it. However, I have been working from home for the past 2 weeks and my gym is completely closed. So I've had to work out from home, I guess. So that's kind of a bummer because part of the routine for me is that I wake up every day at 4:45. I make it to the gym by 5:30. I work out for an hour or two and then start my day. But so that's completely gone now.
Okay, and for me, I work in the restaurant industry. So as we know, all the restaurants are closed, or most of them anyway. So if you're a server, if you're in the restaurant industry, you're pretty much out of work. So that can mean a lot for your finances if you're not saved up. I also, go to the gym, but I do Zumba, guys, and Zumba is closed, guys. There's no Zumba. And that's my passion, so I'm really hurt by that. And school, guys. I'm taking this one really hard class for accounting, and it's a class that I really need to be in class to really get something out of it, and it's transferred to online. So you can imagine how difficult that must be.
Absolutely. And I have to take my courses online, and I know it can be very difficult having to switch from going to actually physically to class.
Exactly.
And then when you're doing it online, it's just it can mess things up a little.
It's totally different, guys. So that's how it's really impacted us. It's not easy at all, but there's just things you can do to just manage, to manage your fear, your anxiety, and to just keep pressing and keep being your best self during this time.
And that's why Tali and I are here to help you
bring it
get
to
through
you guys.
This, okay?
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right. So I think the first thing we have to make sure is we're sticking to our schedule.
Absolutely. Yes. So although I'm not waking up at 4:45 in the morning anymore, I still wake up before 8 every day, and I actually always started work at 8. I still start work at 8, even though I now have the flexibility to start later.
Yes. So sticking to your schedule, it just gives you time. Like, you don't have to be idle. You know, during this time we have a lot of time. You know, the days are going by slower.
Absolutely,
you know,
yes.
So sticking to your schedule, it gives you less time for anxiety and fear to set in, and you're continuing to be productive and doing things that feed you mentally and spiritually, of course.
Yeah. It feels like it's March 61st, to be honest.
March 61st. For real. Like, I saw this post on Facebook. It said, I took 10 naps and ate like 14 snacks, and it's still today.
For real.
That's another thing. If you're doing fitness, of course you have to be working out at home, but make sure you're not tearing down the fridge, guys.
Ooh.
You do not want to come out of this thing 25 pounds heavier.
I mean, I am. If I don't, you know, watch myself, I will, cause you know, I have all the food just like sitting there, and I'm just like a few feet away.
It's so tempting to eat everything, guys.
Know? So I guess that's probably why one of the things that we have for you is that you can exercise even if you don't have access to a gym right now. What are you doing right now, Tali?
Listen, we out here running around the block. We're walking at the park.
Yes.
Okay, I'm walking like 6 miles a day at the park, guys.
Hey, girl.
All right, just
6
getting
miles.
it in. Of course, we're doing body weight exercises. You've seen us do our thing, okay?
Okay. So there are so many, like, if you go on Instagram, if you go on YouTube, a lot of people have like these like workouts that you can do at home.
Yes, we're seeing more people on the street jogging, working out. It's beautiful.
Absolutely. I've never seen that many people out and about in my life.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So don't just sit at home, because that'll allow you to stay in a funk. Get out there.
Yes. Okay, another thing is, what are you doing to feed your soul? What are you doing to feed your mind? You know, I think we should stick to our meditation and prayer habits. And if you don't have them, maybe you can incorporate them into your schedule. Personally, for me, I believe in Jesus Christ. I trust in him. I believe that he will handle the situation, and I believe he will protect us. So when I'm praying, when I'm meditating, I make sure to read his word, which is the Bible.
Absolutely.
Okay, and I believe in his word. I believe he is the final say. I know me and Farah, we share that same belief. Okay, so when I'm reading this word, I turn to specific chapters. And 1 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7 says, God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and a sound mind. A sound mind means that we're not letting the media and the news make us panic and go crazy and fight each other at the grocery store. It means that we're going to show love regardless. So we're going to still be kind and gentle and loving towards one another. We're not running away from each other in public. And we're still performing acts of kindness towards each other. And of power means that you're still being courageous during this time. You're not afraid to show that love. You're not afraid to just do whatever you feel is necessary and morally right. All right? And then I just wanted to read to you guys a quick verse from Psalms 91.
Yes.
And it says, actually, Farah, would you like to read it?
No, it's okay.
Okay, here we go. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely he will save me from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence.
Absolutely.
What's going on right now, COVID-19 is a pestilence, guys. Okay, it's a disease. That's what a pestilence is, an epidemic, a pandemic. So don't think that these things are new or these things are like, they come out of nowhere, because the Bible already tells us that these things will happen and these things will come along. And what you have to do is put your trust in God.
Absolutely.
Okay, because he will never fail you.
Yeah. And honestly, to continue with the same path that you're going through, I think the one reason why we may not be worried or have any fear is because we do believe in God. You know, Psalms 27 tells us, you know, the Lord is my light and salvation. Why should I be afraid?
Yes.
You know?
That means he's your light, guys. That means in these times of darkness, he will shine the correct path for you.
Absolutely.
All right? And he will save you.
Yes.
And we must believe in that. We have to believe those foundational beliefs, guys, because they are absolutely 100% true.
And I think that the first thing you got to do here, you're feeling afraid, this is the unknown, you don't know what to do, give it all to God.
Wow. Give it all to God.
Give it all to God. Like literally lay it down, like submit yourself. Just say, you know what? This is not for me anymore. I'm giving it all to God. That's it.
And it's important, and we're not telling you this like it's an easy thing to do, because to put your faith in something that you can't exactly see, it's a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
But God does not mind proving himself to you.
Oh, let me tell you. We have a lot of stories, okay?
Okay? You can't shake me. You can't shake me. Okay? God gives us peace that surpasses all understanding. So in a time that people are panicking, we have peace.
Okay. What about other ways that people can, I guess, mentally, we talked about the soul, but mentally, how can they get through this?
Well, the thing about it is, you know, believing in the word, it does give food to your soul. It does give food and it does fill your soul. But what happens is it overflows into other areas of your life. So now you're getting closer, you're developing a closer relationship with the Lord. Yeah. He's gonna start speaking to you about things like your fitness, like your goals, the purpose in life. And these are the things that you can definitely start working on.
Absolutely. And then you'll see, oh, maybe you always wanted to play the guitar and you have a guitar at home. You pick that guitar up and you start playing.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
The one thing I've learned throughout all of this is YouTube has everything. Oh, wanna learn how to play the guitar? YouTube. Wanna learn how to cook some kind of recipe? YouTube. You wanna learn how to dance? YouTube. Okay? Use your resources, people.
This is the time to reignite the things that we probably let die in our lives. You know, the gifts, the passions that we let go of. It's time to grab it
Absolutely.
up. Okay?
Absolutely. We make excuses all the time. We say, oh, we don't have time. If only I had the time to do this. If only I had the time to do that. Well, this is your opportunity. Honestly, this pandemic, as bad as it is, there are pros to it, okay? It allows us to get back to the things that truly makes us happy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So just search. Maybe you need to do some soul searching and search for what makes you happy.
Yes. And honestly, I read somewhere this guy, he posted, you know, I always thought, you know, I had a passion, but throughout this whole pandemic, I found that, you know, I don't actually have any passions. I don't have any hobbies. I don't know what to do. And I started thinking, like, this isn't true. You can't possibly not, you know, have something.
Yes.
You know? You can't because what I realized is I always hated cooking. I have been cooking. Okay, listen, I've been cooking.
I can't say that.
Okay, like, I'm saying, like, you can find it. Even if you think you don't have something, you don't have a hobby, you don't have a talent, you can find it. This is your time to really dig into yourself.
Try something.
Absolutely, you know. Maybe exactly. If there's something that you've always wanted to try, this is your time to try it.
It's your time to shine, honey. Okay, and with the people who are probably going through this alone, I think finding a hobby is the best thing for you as of right now. And also you can call us up.
Call us.
And we'll be happy
DM
to talk
us,
to you.
Comment on our video. We will be happy to, you know, talk to you, reach out to you. And we understand. Because even for me, like, I live alone. And so it definitely, I'm missing. I feel like there's something missing. You know, I don't see my coworkers anymore. We have to just IM or email each other. So I do completely understand, like, if you do live alone, this can definitely be a trying time for you.
Absolutely.
But you got to find ways to fill in, you know, all this free time that you have.
Yes, guys. Yes, guys.
Go on a run, go walk, cook, clean, watch TV.
Clean is a big one. All right? get under that sofa and get under that bed. You know you've been meaning to do that for a while. Okay. Hey, honesty. This is the honest show, baby.
Okay.
Okay.
Deep cleaning.
Yes.
Okay.
We cannot allow fear and anxiety to set in, guys.
Yes.
Okay. Fear comes from the part of your brain called the amygdala, and it's a small part of your brain, but it's actually a very powerful one. So if we allow it to take over, we're gonna be doing irrational things, and you're not going to be very proud of yourself when this is all over. So we need to operate from what is called the frontal cortex, which is a part in your brain that makes you think rationally and just make good decisions, guys. So operate from there. Think before you do things.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely very important to just take a few minutes before you just before you make that decision, because you don't know how it'll affect not just you, but the people around you. Take a second. Reflect.
Yes, reflect. We have nothing to do but to reflect in this period, okay?
Listen, this is like a blessing in disguise in a way.
Yes, in a way. We can't lie to you. It is.
We do understand that this is very hard. It's very hard.
Yes.
These are hard times, and for the many people right now who they're feeling the uncertainty from either a job loss or having to lay off people because you're a small business owner.
My God.
Or people fearing that they might catch the virus because they may be older. Or even now, you have your children home, you gotta teach them.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Now you're gonna find out it's not the teacher's fault.
Okay, I don't know what I would do if I had kids, child.
Okay, we feel you out there for the people with kids.
We totally understand that, these are trying times, but sometimes you kind of have to look at the negative and make a positive out of it, okay?
Yes.
All right?
You have to look at the bad things and see, what can you do to bring positivity out of it. The best innovations, the best talents and gifts come out of a time of adversity. Absolutely. Guys. Remember that.
And God, he will not give you anything that he knows that you can't handle.
Absolutely. Okay,
we know this from experience. And after the rain comes the rainbow.
Yes.
These hard times will not last.
So yes, so make sure you're doing things, make sure you're acting with love, so you can be proud of yourself and the way you just operated from a place of just love, after this all blows over.
Love is the greatest commandment.
Yes. Ooh, yes, Lord.
Yes. Okay, it's so easy for us to show love at this time because you don't want to be that jerk that's adding extra worries into someone else, because you don't need, going to the store right now, you don't know who's just lost their jobs.
My God.
You don't know who's on the brink. Maybe they're already dwindling down their hours. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to the store and be a jerk right now. This is not the time, okay?
Don't take all the water. Don't take all the bath tissue and the baby wipes, guys. I'm disappointed in some of you guys, okay? The babies need their baby wipes, guys.
Okay.
This is not the time to act selfishly.
We need each other more than ever right now.
Yes.
More than ever.
We can do more. We can do better together.
Okay, when we come out of this, what are you gonna say? How did you make a difference? What did you do to, change things? Okay? It doesn't have to be in anyone else's life, but in yours. Yes. You had all this free time and you just wasted it.
It's just this is a life lesson that you can't allow things that are going on externally to impact you negatively internally.
Absolutely.
You have to make sure you're right on the inside so you can make a difference on the outside. It starts with you.
It really does. And let us remind you that we've all been through bad things.
Yes.
And we've come out of them.
Yes.
Okay? So don't think that because, we know that this is a big deal. I just want to continue to say we're not making light of this at all.
We're not being insensitive.
We just know that we've been through bad things and you've been through bad things, but you've come out of them and we will come out of this too.
Absolutely.
Okay? Even if it doesn't seem like it's coming soon, or the media is telling you this is gonna last this long or that long, whatever, okay? I'm sure you've been in a situation where you were like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna come out of this. I really don't know how.
Yeah.
But look at you now, flourishing.
Okay. Guys, come on. We have to remember that. We have to be remembered that we are humans. We're adaptable creatures.
Yeah.
Okay? So we will make it through the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Okay? Tap into that creative part of your brain.
The innovative part.
I mean, you guys are so smart out there too.
Okay?
Okay? So get it done. Get it done.
You can do it.
You can do it. You really can. Honestly, there's so many things that you can do to fill your time during this pandemic. Okay? Start reading. Take up a hobby. Okay, if you know how to make masks, make them and donate them to the hospital.
Yes, shout out to our healthcare workers, okay? We forgot about them, right? They are in the hospitals just going in. I hear some of them, there was a doctor, he's living in a tent in his garage because he doesn't want to infect the rest of his family. Look at the sacrifices that they're making for us, guys. That is commendable on a different level, guys.
Like even anyone working in the grocery stores.
Oh, the grocery store workers, the gas station workers, like the people that we take for granted is the people that we need the most right now. So that's why it's important to still be kind and caring and show love. Don't be impatient. Don't be selfish.
We're all going through it.
All of us. All right. And one thing I want to say, probably gonna help the healthcare workers, don't go to the hospital for any little thing. Because a part of the facts is that most people will recover from this without medical treatment.
Yeah.
So we don't want to fill up the emergency rooms and overwork the staff for no reason when there's real people out there with the real virus that needs to be seen and taken care of. If you have a cough, I'm gonna need you to pop a Benadryl or some NyQuil.
Well, let us not give them any medical
advice.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, you can go and you can look up the symptoms.
Well,
and
they don't even have to do that. There's this thing called telehealth.
Yes.
You can actually contact your primary doctor through the phone. You don't even have to go, and you just tell them what your symptoms are. They can actually diagnose you from there. So there's no need for you to leave your home. You do it from your home, and they can still tell you what's going on and what you need to do.
Yes, there's no need for you to just, if it's not serious, that's what they said. The nurse said that. She said if it's not like it's too serious, that's when you come to the hospital, when it gets like progressively worse and it's unmanageable.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what the nurse said, guys.
So do your research, but don't rely on what you see on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Do actual research.
There's a lot of inaccurate information out there, and it's not helping you or me. If we're listening to things that are just gonna rile us up and just put us in a place of more fear or an anxiety, we don't need that right now.
We definitely don't. So if you are able to, how about you don't look at social media for a little bit,
Stop watching the news 24/7. It's not helping.
Okay, or if you see an article, just reading the title or the comments, maybe read the full article so you could know exactly what's going on
before you share it. Okay.
Very serious. So, I think these are the little ways that you can definitely manage this whole pandemic and all the worries and fears that, come with it.
Absolutely, guys. All right. Let us know what you do to manage your fear during this pandemic. We'd love to know. All right. And anything else you'd like to add?
Honestly, that's pretty much it. Just enjoy all the time that you have off right now, because once this is over, you're gonna wish that you were home, just having free time to sleep, to spend with your family, to catch up on all the TV shows that maybe you missed out on, to catch up on all the reading that you may have wanted to do. Okay,
yes.
Take advantage of this time. Okay, like we said before, we know this is a negative, but you can make a positive out of it. Okay.
Yes. Another thing is find things to be grateful for.
Yes.
Okay, there's always something to be grateful for, and that will take your mind off of maybe, anything else that is not helping you.
Okay, so then maybe we should end with what we're grateful for during this pandemic.
Go ahead.
Okay, I am grateful that I don't have to wake up as early. I'm grateful that I still have my job. I'm grateful that I can work in my pajamas.
Uh-oh.
Okay? I'm so grateful for all of that, and I'm grateful that, we're still healthy.
Yes.
Okay? We're healthy.
I'm grateful for my motivation to still work out at home. I'm grateful for that I'm in the house with my family and we're okay.
Yes.
That we have just enough. We don't have more than enough, but we have just enough what we need because we're not greedy. And I still get to go to school, so I'm still working on my degree and I still get to, finish that. And even though I'm out of work right now, I'm grateful that that regardless of how it is financially, that God has me. He has my back.
Listen to her, guys. Listen to her. Okay? I think also I'm just grateful that the gym that I go to, we have virtual workouts.
Yeah.
So I'm still able to stay active even though the gym is not actually open.
Yeah. And we just thank you guys for watching.
We do. Thank you so much. Just stay safe. Cough in your sleeves and stay home.
And wash your hands.
Yes. And if you need more content, visit all our past videos.
Yay! We're happy to be your escape.
Yes.
And stay tuned for next week. It will be very interesting.
So interesting.
Bye.
Bye.